Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, Cesar.
Okay, sorry. So we're back in business. So let me show you. Let me show you the new exercise.
Okay.
And let me see. Okay. All right. So we are in the pre-listening part 2. Tony, Talia, and Amy continue to talk about the audio file. They need to find out if the voice is really Nick's. One of them knows Nick Crawford. Predict which one, Tony, Talia, or Amy. So who do you think?
Well, I think that Talia doesn't know Mick because when they were talking, she didn't know about sports or any player. Um, I think it's maybe Amy.
Oh, but remember in the previous audio, Tony says, do you know who Nick Crawford is? And Talia, this is Talia, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Talia says, yes. And then she
Oh,
says, of course, everybody knows him.
oh, okay, I get it. Yeah,
Remember it was her?
yeah, it's Talia.
Amy is the one that is quiet.
Yes, I thought Talia was talking like that because she wants to impress Tony. But now that you mention it,
Okay.
now that you mention
Okay.
it, so I think that you are right. It's Talia. You're right. Definitely
Okay.
right.
All right. So let's see.
Okay.
Let's watch the video.
Let's watch.
Okay, Tony. Forward the file to me. I'll get it to a voice expert right away so we can be 100% sure that it's him.
All right, we'll run the audio on tonight's broadcast before competition hears about it. Hopefully they haven't got their hands on the file too.
Speaking of security, I'll encrypt the original.
That way it won't get leaked. Good thinking, Amy.
Right. We've got to protect this hot scoop. See you later. I'm going to call the media department. They can give me the name of an expert.
All right, tell them we need someone fast.
Okay, I'm on it.
No problem.
Not a problem necessarily.
So, Cesar, I'm sorry. Can we put the video again? I think that we are having trouble with the internet connection.
Okay, we can.
Can we please put it again?
You want me to repeat?
Yes, please.
Okay. It's loading. Let me check. Let me check my connection.
Okay, maybe it's mine.
It says here I have good connection, so.
Yeah, it's mine. Sorry for that.
Let's do it again, okay? No
Please.
problem. No, it's okay.
Okay, Tony. Forward the file to me. I'll get it to a voice expert right away. Can be 100% sure that it's him.
All right, we'll run the audio on tonight's broadcast before our competition hears about it. Hopefully they haven't got their hands on the file too.
Speaking of security, I'll encrypt the original.
That way it won't get leaked. Good thinking, Amy.
Right. We've got to protect this hot scoop. See you later. I'm going to call the media department. They can give me the name of an expert.
All right, tell them we need someone fast.
Okay, I'm on it.
Is there a problem?
Not a problem necessarily. It's just I know Nick Crawford.
You did.
Yes, we went to college together. It's hard to believe he would do something like this.
All right, that was disappointing, but he's a big star now. He can do crazy things when they become famous.
I just can't believe it. Nick Crawford taking a bribe.
Listen, Talia, you're smart.
For some reason, it's taking long to log
You're
in.
a good researcher, and one day I hope you're going to be a great reporter. Don't let your emotions get in the way of your work. If you do, I'll have to find someone else to work on the story.
Okay, that was a little bit slow, but hey, Tony was harsh, don't you think?
Yes.
Don't let your emotions get on the way.
Yes, you're a good researcher. Maybe
Okay.
that's a little bit difficult, right? Because you have a conflict of interest. Tony was his friend from college, and now he has to back up his work, the job she's doing. So I don't know.
Yes. And I guess that's something that most reporters, they need to be careful.
Yeah, they can
Uh,
problem, right?
to my understanding, yes. They have to be careful on the research on the person if they know the person, because of course if people find out that you have some sort of relationship or acquaintance, um, they might take advantage of that.
Yes,
If of course they have enough evidence to support it, right?
right, right.
Okay, so we have some questions here. Let's see. Can you help me with the question and the answer, please?
Okay. Um, Tony wants to play the audio on the broadcast tonight. Why? He wants Newsline to be the first station to report the story.
Okay. Number 2.
What is Amy going to do right after she leaves the room? She's going to encrypt the original.
3.
Okay. How does Talia know Nick Crawford? They went to the same college at the same time.
That's correct. And 4.
What advice does Tony give Talia? Don't let your feelings affect your work. The last
Okay.
one.
Yes. Advice. Advice. So let's see. Let's go check it out. Awesome.
Oh, whoo.
Okay, no problem. All right. But remember, for homework, you still have to watch these videos and answer some more questions, okay?
Okay. Okay.
This is just a warm-up. All right, so let's go get into more fun stuff, vocabulary. So what's behind in the vocabulary from this section? Okay, so let's see.
Okay.
Give me just a second. All right, but before we continue into more details, since we already did a warm-up, let's get into the learning objectives. So we did already a listening. So
Yes.
we listen to predictions on people's intentions, listen for specific reasons, listen for main ideas about people's feelings, listen and order advice from a recorded message. So all of these we did listening from the video, right?
Right.
Okay. Even if it's a small details, they mention intentions, specific reasons, main ideas about beliefs, and also an advice.
Yes.
Okay. From speaking, giving orders, making requests, and respond to an order or a request. So giving feedback. Okay. Grammar. This is a good stuff. Non-action verbs. Remember we talked about it from the previous unit. Modals of request. We have modals of request. can, could, will, and would. Okay.
Okay.
And so versus such. I know we have used those words many times, but okay, we need to know more about this word.
Okay.
And
Happy.
where can we use them? Because sometimes we use them and we use them because most people do it in some forms, but it's better to know why and when, because we can
Okay.
play with them a little bit more deeper. So let's see,
Yes.
pronunciation, stress and unstressed words, can't and can. The sounds and e. Reading and vocabulary, getting meaning from context and understanding the main ideas and details. And pre-writing, we're going to learn about a technique of taking notes, write an expository paragraph, and use a topic sentence using supporting details and writing a conclusion. These skills, remember we talk about, they help us so that we can structure an essay, okay?
Yes. I don't know.
Right now, we're not concentrating that heavily on the writing part, but we will,
Okay.
okay? We will concentrate on that. And for the homework for this unit, I will give you two more exercises from writing, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's continue now. Let's go into the vocabulary section. We talk about our objectives. We did a warm-up. Let's see, let's go into vocabulary.
Let's do it.
Okay, let me show you my screen. All right, so is it authentic? Number one. So in the video, the Newsline team must find out if the audio recording is authentic. The word pool, this is the word pool,
Okay.
below contain other words like authentic. Click on the light bulb icon to see the meanings of these expressions. Click on the light bulb icon to see the meaning of expressions in the word pool below. So we have the light bulb. When you are sure you understand all the expressions, do the exercise. Choose the word or phrase that is closest in meaning of each word or phrase. Now, we have a different instruction now. Choose the word or phrase that is closest in meaning to each word or phrase.
The
Okay?
opposite
Yes,
of the other exercise.
that's correct. Let's go into the vocabulary help light bulb and let's read about the vocabulary.
Okay.
So let's see. Maybe we can only read the definition, the example. If it's needed, we can read it. But if it's not needed, we can only get acquainted with the definition. So can you help me with the first one? Artificial?
Yes, of course. Artificial, an adjective. It means not natural, but made by people. The doctor
Okay.
said I shouldn't use sugar, so I switched to artificial sweeteners.
Sweeteners, correct. Okay.
Okay.
Number two.
Number two, it's fake, made to look like a real material or object in order to devise people. The example is she spent a lot of money on a
Deceive.
sorry. She spent a lot of money on an antique and found out later that it was a fake. The third one, authentic, proven to be made by a particular person. The painting was an authentic Raphael. For real, idiom spoken, used to say that someone is or does exactly what they say, even that it is difficult to believe.
Hello?
Hi, Cesar. Hello.
Yes, I can. For some reason, we lost connection, but we're back. Okay.
Don't worry.
For real.
Yes, I was reading. Okay. For real. Idiom spoken used to say that someone is or does exactly what they say, even though it is difficult to believe. So the example is, it's hard to believe, but he's for real. He's done everything he says he has. Bogus, I think, is an adjective.
Okay. It's like saying en serio. En
Oh, okay.
verdad.
Okay. I'm going to write it down. Bogus.
Okay. For real.
For real. Okay. Adjective informal.
Bogus. Mhm.
Not true or real, although someone tries to make you think it is. The police were checking a bogus insurance claim. Number 6, it is phony, adjective informal, false or not real, unintended to devise someone. The thief used a phony ID card to gain entry into the office. So the next one is
Good.
crooked.
Okay, give me just a second. Give me just a second.
Okay. Deceive.
False or not real and intended to deceive someone.
Okay.
Deceive is the same as engañar. Deceive.
Okay. Deceive.
Okay.
Okay.
Correct. Correct.
Let's go to the other one. Crooked. Adjective, informal, not honest. The example is, everyone thought the mayor was crooked, but no one could prove it. Sincere. Adjective, honest and true, or based on what you really feel or believe. He gave her a sincere apology after missing their appointment. Number 7, I think, is dishonest, adjective informal, not honest. Don't do business with that company. Their salespeople are dishonest. And finally, trustworthy is an adjective
Okay.
able to be trusted or depended on. She'll keep her
Okay.
promise. She's completely trustworthy.
Okay. Trustworthy. Correct. Okay. Are any of these words from the vocabulary new to you?
Yes. Phony is new. Bogus
Okay.
is new, and crooked.
Okay. Corrupt and bogus. Bogus.
Bogus. Okay.
Okay. Yes. All right. Well, that's good. We're learning new vocabulary. Now, let's do the exercise. Remember the instructions. Choose a word or phrase that is closest in meaning to each word or phrase. And we have all of this. Let's try number 1. Crooked.
Okay. Number 1 should be.
Recuerda que crook significa chueco en el tiempo pasado.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So for the first one, should be dishonest.
Okay. Number 2, bogus.
Okay. Bogus should be maybe authentic, because phony is informal. So bogus, it's like for real. Oh my God. No, it is informal. Sorry for that.
Phony is an informal adjective.
Yes.
It is false or not real.
Okay.
And bogus means not true or real.
Yes. Okay, so it's funny.
So what is it? Okay. What about 3?
Okay, dishonest. I think that it should be trust. It fake. It's not trustworthy.
Fake.
Yes.
Okay.
Sincere. It is for real.
Okay. 5.
Okay. Trustworthy should be sincere.
6.
Artificial should be phony. Okay.
7.
7. Fake should be artificial.
8.
Authentic should be for real.
Okay. 9.
9. Phony should be crooked.
Okay.
And for real should be trustworthy.
Okay. Awesome. So let's check out the answers.
Okay.
No problem, right?
Woohoo.
Okay, good. All right, awesome. Let me close this one up and let's continue. Now let's jump into the speaking part.
Okay.
Okay, give me just a sec. Let me show you my screen. Okay, so news, gossip. What is gossip?
Chisme.
What is your understanding of gossip?
Um, chisme in words of Spanish, like something, rumors you heard.
Okay. Yes, gossip is chisme, is a rumor, something that you cannot prove.
Yes.
Okay, so in the video, Amy says, I've heard all sorts of gossip about that. Okay, so there are different ways to tell people about news or gossip that we've heard. Let's look at the chart and let's see. Telling people news or gossip. Okay, so it depends on the criteria of the information. There's a rumor about, there's a rumor that Nick Crawford has fallen into debt lately. Apparently, Nick Crawford has fallen into debt lately. Guess what? Nick Crawford has fallen into debt lately. I've heard, they said, I hear Nick Crawford has fallen into debt lately. They say Nick Crawford has fallen into debt lately. Have you heard Nick Crawford has fallen into debt lately? Listen to this. Nick Crawford has fallen into debt lately. Now, from all these examples from this column, from the first column, which ones sound more like a gossip?
Guess what? That's one. The first one, there is a rumor that.
The first one, there's a rumor. Okay, that one. Guess what?
Guess what? Yes. I hear, because it's something that they couldn't prove.
Mhm.
They say also.
Okay.
Have you heard?
Okay.
And I think that listen to this, because you are like telling something.
Yes. Okay. And these expressions, this exclamation is like they make you sound that you are excited about it.
Yes.
So you are
Yes.
part of the gossip, right? This
Right.
one apparently make it sound passive, like well, I'm not saying that it's a gossip, but I heard it in a news or something.
Yes. That's why I
Right?
didn't.
Mhm. All right. And have you heard sounds also like news?
Yes. Maybe, but it could be like
Both.
yes, like listen to this.
Mhm.
Like
That one sounds like a gossip because
yes,
you're pushing to give the information.
yes. You're right.
Okay. You're pushing to give the information. And this one, I hear, okay, you're sounding like you're suspicious, right?
Right. And you don't have proof
Okay.
about it.
Exactly. All right. Let's see. Let's go to the next exercise. News, gossip. There are different ways to respond when someone tells you some interesting news or gossip. Okay. Look at the chart, listen to the sentences. So, responding to news or gossip, you can say, wow, no way. Are you serious? You're kidding. I don't believe it. That's incredible. Okay.
Perfect.
So, different ways. Remember, remember, these are reactions to gossip or news. Okay.
Okay.
And then we have exclamation marks like in wow, no way, you're kidding, I don't believe it, that's incredible. And then we have a question mark. Are you serious? Okay.
Okay. Yes.
And that's all. Let's see. Now let's do an exercise. Give me just a sec. Okay. Okay. So read the dialogue, then read the question and choose the correct answer. So
Okay.
help me with the reading and choose the correct answer. All right.
All right. Perfect. So Amy, have you heard? Jeff is leaving. He got a new job. Talia, are you serious? What is another way for Amy to begin telling Talia her news? Um, Let me see. Guess what?
Okay. Number two.
Number two. Sue, listen to this. John Donnelly is dating a model. Amy, you're kidding. What is another way for Amy to respond to Sue's news? No way. I think that is the first one.
Okay. And model. Model.
Model. Okay.
Okay.
Model.
Good. Three.
Okay, number three. Sue, I hear young son want a trip to Paris.
Hmm.
What does Amy probably say? I don't believe it. Maybe the second
Okay. Reaction. All right.
one. Right. Amy, the coach of the national soccer team is really upset about this scandal. Are you serious? I'm between the first one and the last one. So, have you heard? I think that the first one. I'll go with the first one.
Okay. Have you heard? Good. Let's click submit.
Perfect.
Uh-oh.
My God, the last one. Definitely.
Okay.
It was that incredible.
Okay. Let's see. The coach of the national soccer team is really upset about the scandal. Are you serious? Remember, that's incredible is a reaction. So it cannot be the beginning.
Okay.
So it would be apparently, comma, the coach of the national soccer team is really upset about the scandal. You are informing. Aparentemente, el entrenador,
Yes. Okay. So I was.
because have you heard sounds more like a gossip
Yes. Yes. You're right.
because of the context. We're talking about the national soccer team.
Yes. You're right. So
Okay.
apparently the coach of the national, yes, you're right.
It's not a gossip. These are news.
Yes, yes. This
Yes.
is
A gossip would be the coach of the national team is dating a model. Okay. Yes. That's just news. Those are not news. Those are like,
rumors
I
or
don't
gossip.
know, just bogus information.
Yes, yes.
Information.
You're
I
right.
don't know. Okay.
For real. Okay.
Kudos. All right. So let's see. Let's get into something. All right.
Okay.
Give me just a second. I don't want to get into the grammar today. So what we're going to do is go into a reading section, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Give me just a second. It's loading up. Okay. Come on, internet.
Yeah, I have that problem too. Don't worry.
Okay, let me open up again. Okay. So now we're here. We're going to do some pre-reading. Look at the picture. What do you already know about this sport? Okay. Read each sentence. Click on the box and choose a correct answer. So we know a lot of information about soccer, right?
Yeah, we live for soccer. Come on. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Let's try some of these sentences and choose the correct answer.
Okay. This is a
Number
team
one.
sport. Definitely. This sport is called soccer. Although I think it should be called football. So,
In other places, it's called football.
yeah, we here in Bolivia we call it football.
In Mexico too, but not in the States because it'll get confused with American football.
Yes, that that sport that is not football.
I actually love it.
I saw it too, but if you get me choose between soccer and American football, I love soccer. Really love it.
Of course, yes, it's fun.
So
Three.
number this sport is called football. Oh, that's what we were talking about. In other English.
In all other English-speaking countries.
Okay. So this sport is popular. Yes, definitely. And there are 11.
Okay. So we are pretty familiar with a soccer team, right?
Right.
Okay, let's check it out. Good. Imagine someone from, I don't know, uh, a place where they don't play soccer that much. There's no such place.
I was thinking about it. Maybe I don't know.
But
Africa?
imagine instead of talking, yes, Antarctica.
Yeah, Antarctica. That's a good one.
Yes, well, imagine speaking about cricket.
Okay. Yeah,
That
cricket
would
is
be
the horse and stick thing, right?
oh no, cricket is like playing baseball with a polo stick.
Okay, I really didn't have an idea about cricket.
I remember because it's very popular in Asia, especially in India. I remember because when I was in the university, when I was a college student, I would watch international students play cricket, mainly people from India.
Oh, oh, that's really interesting. And have you ever played?
No, I have watched it. I have watched it, but I never played cricket. It's
Uh,
not. It's not easy. Okay, it's not easy, and that
yeah,
could be fun actually.
yeah, I think it is interesting. I mean, and it could be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue into some reading. Okay, so we read the paragraph, match each vocabulary word to its definition. Okay, and then we have here a short paragraph. The city soccer team won again. Last Saturday, there were 7,527 excited fans there to celebrate. This was the record for attendance at a city soccer match. It was the last match of the season, so naturally, the fans were happy when Mark Jones scored the winning goal. And we have some words in bold. Bold significa negritas, bold.
Okay.
Okay. We have fans, record, attendance, match, season, naturally, scored. Let's see. So all of those words, we have them here on the left hand side, and then we have a definition on the right hand side. Let's see, fans. What is the best definition?
The last one. People who like soccer or other sports.
Okay, what about record?
Record should be greatest amount time period. Greatest number. Let me see. It was a record for attendance. Number of people.
Okay, attendance.
Attendance. Greater amount. Can we go with match?
Okay, match.
Match should be game. Last match of the season. Season should be with time period. Naturally, should be with of course. Oh my god. Still confused. Okay, this was the record for attendance at a city soccer match. Okay, attendance greatest amount and scored should be made.
Okay. Let's check the light bulb. We have
Okay,
vocabulary now.
perfect.
So let's read the vocabulary. Attendance. Would you help me?
Yes, of course. Attendance, the number of people who attend,
Okay.
such as meeting, concert, etc. Example, baseball is not as popular as it used to be, and attendance for most teams is down.
Okay.
The second one, record, I think that is a noun, right?
Yes. For
Okay.
N is noun. Yeah.
The fastest speed, longest distance, highest or lowest level, etc. ever. Is Sybil set the world record for the 5,000 meter run. The third one, fun.
Mhm.
Someone is a noun, someone who likes a particular sport, kind of music, etc. very much, or who admires a famous person. Alicia is a fan of the Tigers, and she watches them every time they are on TV.
Okay,
Score,
good.
score is a verb to make goals or earn points in a game, competition, or test. Yusuf scored a goal just 2 minutes before the end of the game. Okay, number five, match is a noun, a game or a sports event. While
Okay,
I
good.
was I went to Wimbledon and saw some really excited tennis matches. Season is a noun, a period of time in a year when something happens most often or when something is usually done. The Dynamos need to get a new coach next season. Naturally, it's an adverb in a way that you would expect. The example is the flight was delayed, so naturally the passengers were unhappy.
Okay, good. So now that we have checked out the vocabulary, let's go back to our answers.
Okay,
Is any of them that you would like to change?
let me see. Fun is okay. Record. Um, I think that maybe record could be greatest amount. Okay. Attendance definitely is number of people. Yeah. Match is game. Season is time period. Natural is of course. And score made. Okay. I'll go.
So
Let's see.
let's check it out. Good.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, good. Let's try another exercise.
Perfect.
Let me show you my screen really fast. Okay, so we have a reading article here. Fascinating soccer facts. Read the article, then read the questions. Choose true and false. So we have a short script, and then we have some questions. So these kind of articles help us with with to reinforce our comprehensions whenever we read something. Okay, and we need to learn how to answer these questions fast, especially for the TOEFL. Okay, we need to learn to read fast and retain information.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try reading this article. Can you help me with the reading?
Yes, of course. Fascinated.
Okay.
Okay. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world. More than 250 million people in over 140 countries play it. So naturally, a lot of people know a lot about this sport, but there are some things that even the most enthusiastic fans do not know. For example, Dixie Dean, an English soccer player, scored 60 goals in 1928. He holds the record for the most goals scored by one person in a season. For many years, Mexican goalkeeper Antonio Carvajal held the record for playing in the highest number of the World Cup series. He defended the goal for Mexico at 5 World Cups between 1950 and 1966. Oh, that's interesting. The record for the highest attendance
Yes.
at a soccer game was in 1950 when 203,500 fans attended two World Cup final match between Uruguay and Brazil. Oh my God. There are
Yes, that
over
was called the Maracanazo.
yes, and they lost. They lost the game.
Yes.
There are over 18 million soccer players in the United States. More young people play in organized soccer leagues than in organized baseball leagues. All over the world,
Yes.
people love soccer. Billy Shankly, manager of the Liverpool England team, loves soccer even more than most people do. Bill says that soccer is not a matter of life and death. It's much more important than that. Okay, that's a really fine.
Okay. All right. So let's go into the questions.
Okay.
Number one.
About 140 million people play soccer. I think that it was false. It is 250 million.
Okay.
Okay.
Number two.
Number two is true.
True.
Yes, true.
And three.
Number three, I think is false.
2 million people.
Yes, that's
Okay. Too much. Four.
yes. More young people in the United States plays organized soccer than baseball. That's true.
Okay. And
And
five.
false. That is false.
Manager Bill Shankly doesn't think soccer is very important. That's false. Okay. So let me zoom in. Zoom out. I'm sorry. Zoom out. Let's check the answers there.
Okay.
Good.
Woohoo.
Awesome. Okay. So now let's see. Let's do some more exercises before we go.
Okay.
And let's see. Let's go into pronunciation.
Perfect.
Okay. Give me just a second.
Don't worry.
Okay. So in pronunciation, we are going to talk about reduced vowel sounds. Okay. So let's see here. When a word in English has two or more syllables, one of them is usually unstressed. Unstressed syllables are weaker, shorter, and often lower in pitch than stressed syllables. The vowel in an unstressed syllable is often reduced and pronounced as a short and clear. What do you think is this?
Clear E, maybe?
Okay, unclear E sound. We call this vowel a schwa. Listen to these words from the dialogue. Listen for the schwa sounds marked in blue. Okay.
Again.
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 Again. Even.
Even.
Sounds like an again.
Again. Yes.
Okay.
Even.
Even. So it's not an E, it's an
Is an yes.
Okay. Take note of that because well, actually, you will see these in dictionaries. And they help because this is the universal way of identifying pronunciation.
Perfect.
There's a different way for E, and that would be the E the way it is, okay? But in this case, it's again, even.
Even.
Tonight.
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 Okay.
Mention.
Mention.
Tonight, mention.
Tonight.
Idea. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Idea.
Okay. Absolutely.
Okay.
Perfect.
And remember, the main objective of this is not identifying the S sound. One of them is usually unstressed. Unstressed syllables are weaker, shorter, and often lower in pitch than stressed syllables. The vowel in an unstressed syllable is often reduced and pronounced as a short and clear A. And this one, pronounced as a short and clear. And yes, it's unclear porque suena como una A en español o una E, dependiendo si hay una E, una R, you know? So it's unclear. We have
Yes.
different interpretations for knowing the real sound, right?
I was going to say that. So unstressed syllables sounds like the syllables in Spanish, right?
Exactly. But we use grammar punctuation. Usamos acentos.
Okay. Yes, we use that.
Nos apoyamos de acentos. We don't have acentos in English.
Yes.
We only identify the syllables, okay?
Such trouble listening, right?
Exactly. When you stress certain syllables, you are either showing more emphasis or you are pronouncing the word the correct way.
Okay.
For example, do you know the difference between regular and irregular verbs?
I knew it, but
Okay. Por
sorry,
ejemplo,
I forgot about it.
okay. Por ejemplo, enviar, send, y envió en tiempo pasado,
Yeah,
¿cómo se
no.
escribe?
Okay, let me say it to you. So regular verbs are the ones who in the past tense you add an ed.
Yes, ed.
Sorry, I talk in Spanish.
Spanglish.
So, so irregular verbs are the ones who in the past tense and in the past participle
They have another form.
yes, they change, like I don't know, write, wrote, right? Or wake, woke,
Exactly.
woken.
That's correct. Yes. Now, for instance, what about the word read?
Read is read, read, wrote. No. Yes, I think that is read, wrote.
Actually,
It is.
it's actually written the same way, but
Yes,
you
yes.
pronounce it different.
Oh.
Is read the past of read,
Yeah.
but it's the same structure. It doesn't, nothing changes. What about run?
Run is run. Yes, it's the same, but it is written or write differently, right? It is run with a U, and the past it is run with an A. I think
That's
that it was.
correct. Yes, and in some ways, when you change a letter, of course, the pronunciation changes a little bit. But it's just as we do this exercise for pronouncing different, also stress on the syllables help us to identify feelings, emphasis, okay? And also the correct pronunciation. But sometimes there's some differences from American English and British English. They are in pronunciation and how the words are stressed as well.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yes. For example, remember the word category, categoría? In English, we
Yes.
say category.
Yes.
And in British, we say category.
Oh, okay.
So the stress of the syllables change. That's what
Yes.
I'm trying to say, okay?
Okay. Okay.
So
Understood.
we have to play with the words in many different ways, with regular and irregular verbs, and also when we stress syllables.
Okay.
Remember, English is a language that has to do a lot with mainly vocal sounds. We have
Yes.
to use our tongue, we have to use our lips, we have to use a lot of air in order to
Yes.
pronounce. And sometimes it's different. Yes, it's very different than Spanish, because when you start dominating English or you start practicing and pronouncing the correct way, you start noticing that your face hurts. Why? Because you are using muscles, you're using some parts of your face, like your jaw or your throat, that you never have used. You are exercising them, so they hurt.
And also the cheeks hurt.
Yeah, mainly the cheeks, they hurt. Y tu
Yes.
quijada, your jaw, it hurts.
It
I have
hurt.
had students that say, teacher, I was reading, my face hurts. Yes, because you're not used to move some of the muscles that you have from your
Yes.
face. Okay.
Yes.
No mystery. That's the way it is. Okay. So let's see. So any questions about pronunciation and reduced vowel sounds?
No, not at all.
Okay. So tomorrow we're going to continue on pronunciation. We're going to look at grammar. And yes. And I will today also release more exercises from the second unit. So you
Okay.
can also have them available and start working. Okay.
Sure.
And for today, please help me with the survey. Okay, Gonzalo?
Okay. Let me just. Okay. Good.
Thank you so much. Have a good night and good luck with your homework. Okay.
Thank you, Caesar. I'm going to review it. See you tomorrow.
Awesome. See you tomorrow, Gonzalo. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.